What's happening, people of the world? I'm sure you are here to see some excellent gaming fun, and you will be bitterly disappointed, but thank you for joining us on the RetroTech 120p challenge. This week it is Growl. Grrr, Growl. Grrr. And as you can see from this story bit at the beginning, there's terrible poachers in the early 20th century. And you know what? They should be less poachy. They should do other things apart from poaching. Start up your own business. I don't know, start a business on Etsy, early 20th century people. Be a pioneer. Invent the internet. Good. So yes, RetroTech 120p challenge is this. You basically have as many practice runs as you want. I decided to have none. I've played this before, so I thought, here's a scrolling beat 'em up. What's there to remember? And and you can have as many practice goes as you like. And then when you are confident, you can then go and press that record button and you record your 2 credits worth of run. That's 20p back when arcades were value for money. It's now 2 credits usually to get them started, but it's a failing, dying business. What can you do? This is Growl, which is, as I say, a scrolling beat 'em up with a lot of enemies on screen at one time. It's supposed to be like a 4-player thingy. Even if you're playing 1 player, it gives you that amount of bad guys to face. So it doesn't hold back. It's not massively difficult despite that. It's still quite an entertaining game to play. It's not too frustrating. I wouldn't say it's one of the better scrolling beat 'em ups of the time, but it's not. It's definitely not one of the worst. It's no Combat Tribes. I know people like Combat Tribes, but I thought it was shite. But this is good. It's got its own little thing going on. You can hit them when they're down, like a proper brave boy. But then they are terrible poachers, so bastards. It was called Run Arc in Japan. As I say, the storyline is it's early 20th century. You're a forest ranger trying to protect from about 3,000 billion poachers. Some of which are women in smart business suits for some reason. I don't know. Maybe they work in the office and decide to go out with some grenades. Who knows? But yes, it was converted to the Mega Drive in 1991. It was a fair enough conversion. I wouldn't say it was brilliant. The arcade one is tons better, but the Mega Drive one, you could have fun playing that for a little while. And I think the only other thing that I know that it came out of as a commercial release would have been the Taito Legends 2, which came out on the PlayStation 2, the Xbox, and Windows. As I said earlier on, this is a 4-player game at heart, but yeah, it's a 2-player game as well, or a 1-player game if you need it to be. Basically, you go along, you fight, and then animals can be freed, and those animals tend to come back and help you a bit later on. If you're not familiar with the game, I've played it through to the end before, using loads of credits. Don't worry, you're not going to see a 2-credit run here. It goes to 1-credit classics for that sort of thing. There's the last boss is a weird, freaky alien who's apparently a poacher. So there you go. What a weird ending. And yes, he does look a lot like Indiana Jones. And yes, you can get hold of that whip and look like Indiana Jones. The reason I picked that guy is because he looked like Indiana Jones. Why ever not? Look, exactly the same. Like all he's missing is his little handbag. Got the torn shirt already just before he started. There are other fighters, but who's not going to pick Indiana Jones? Watch someone now not pick Indiana Jones, but then do check out other people's runs on this particular game. So animal genital facts, or just genital facts, as they sort of progress to being, is going back to animals, because this is a game about animals. And I've decided, there are a lot of animals in this game, but the one I've decided to do, I'm going to be a bit more overall. And I'm going to go by the names. The name of the game is Growl, in the US, in the UK, and Europe. So we're going to go with Growl, and that's obviously an animal noise. So the animal noises we're going to cover are going to be the animal either mating calls or the sounds of them actually in the act. And so rather than give you facts this week, I'm gonna, and it sort of is still a fact, I'm just gonna play some animal sex noises, and I'm going to not speak over this next bit. You're going to listen to them, and as a sort of fun mini game for you to play, you can see if you can guess which either mating call or which noise of them actually in the act of procreation, what animal that is. And I wonder if you can get them all. I'd be impressed if you did. Yeah, there's a really obvious one that's going to be in there because everyone knows the noise that this particular creature makes when it's put in cock to purpose. So yes, okay, I'm going to shut up now as the whole boss battle here, and let you listen to some animal sex noises. What a lucky person you are! Okay, so yeah, I forgot how long this boss battle goes on, but yeah, I beat his ass. But yeah, the answers for which animals they are will be on the end screen with the links to other videos as well. So if you see how well you did, look at the end and you will get your answers to which animals had made those particular sex noises. As I say, mixture of mating calls and just mating. But yeah, so an interactive genital fact of the week for this most auspicious of rip-off Indiana Jones, but also very animal-conscious games. What a treat. So yeah, answers at the end. So, what have we got coming up this week? Well, we have got a game it's basically on the channel. What have we got coming up? Oh yeah, Rock and Sock and Robots on the Game Boy Advance. It might well be the worst ever Game Boy Advance game. Not just my opinion, but critically it got hammered as well. Based on the toys, of course. That is going to be coming up this week, I believe, unless I've got it massively wrong. I'm just going to check out what I've got written down. Yeah, so that is, in fact, yes, I can confirm that Rock'em Sock'em Robots is this week's game that we're covering. And then the week after, we're staying in the land of Nintendo handhelds, and we're going to be covering Animorphs, which is based on like a 90s TV show. And then the week after that, we've got Big Trouble in Little China on the 8-bit systems. Followed by the week after that, I'm prepared this month because I'm away for most of it. Jeffrey Archer, Not a Penny More, Not a Penny Less, which is, yes, a game based on Jeffrey Archer's novel from the 70s. Things you didn't expect to see as a computer game. And then the week after that, I've got another very awful, terrible game, which is one that doesn't get mentioned, which is about Automan on the Commodore 64. And then the end of my stuff I've actually got finished is a game called Uno Tahapuru Muta Male, which is another Commodore 64 game, this time based on a very obscure Finnish comedy sequel. It's niche, so I went for it. What can I say? And then I don't know what I've got after that, because I think there's enough videos that I've already pre-done. There will be one of the weeks where I won't be taking part in the RetroTech 20p challenge, because I'm not even going to be like near a computer for 2 weeks. So one of the weeks I won't be taking part, but the week before I will no doubt select something absolutely atrocious So hopefully that doesn't get picked for all of your sakes if you're taking part. But I don't want to put people off, because I think you should take part, because it is good fun. And you get to discover great games like this. It is a good game. It's not brilliant, but it's pretty damn good. And you might see some people on this challenge get a bit further in this, and I recommend you go and check out those videos to see how far they can get. But also have a go yourself, because if I'm sure nearly everyone who watches these videos has got a file somewhere that contains a lot of arcade MAME ports. So, well, not ports, but MAME files. I'm not saying you're an illegal, terrible person, but you might be. But then I am too. I haven't got this arcade in my house. So yeah, by all means do have a go yourself and video it and show me how good you are. Am I speaking to Ben Young? I am. Spent the week with him at the Digitizer weekend, which was really good fun. Meeting Mr. Biffo, absolutely lovely chap. Kim Justice, always a lovely person. Spent loads of time chatting to people. Paul Gannon and Eli Silverman, very nice as well. There was lots of other sort of YouTube luminaries if you're into that sort of thing. But my go is at an end, and that's a shame, innit? Yeah, as I say, please do join in. Look at those guys; they got some sort of fit, especially the guy in the brown there. But yeah, my go is sadly, cripplingly at an end. But you should stay tuned, because obviously you need to know the answers, because you've been guessing animals making the sex, and you don't want to embarrass yourself by saying that's another creature having the old bum outside your house, and you get it completely wrong. So yeah, please do check out the other people taking part. Take part yourself, and I will catch you next time. Did you get the answers right? No. Like, subscribe. Okay, thanks. Bye.